Hello everyone, welcome to Sao Paulo, which plays host to the penultimate weekend of the 2015 CRC World Championship. And the heavens really have opened here today. It is absolutely pounding it down with rain at the moment. So I'm really not sure, seeing as it's expected to be dry after today, it is expected to be dry for the rest of the weekend. Today is the only day where we actually have rain, maybe the odd shower or two, but not actually rain as heavy as this. I mean, really, in this level weather, it would probably be red flag weather. We'll start the sim racing, so of course if it was in a race it would probably be a red flag, but in practice, if some people want to take the risk and go out, of course it's not even a risk because they have vertical cars, so if they break then they get automatically fixed. But I'm not sure what is in store for the next 30 minutes. Especially as the majority of the drivers on, in fact only one driver is actually on the server at the moment. In this pre-practice one, all the other drivers are just in briefings, in their motions, or just chilling out at the moment. They might go into their simulators and go out for a spin maybe. But actually the only driver in the server at the moment, it is the home hero, Lucas Quintanilla, who this is going to be probably the biggest weekend of his career so far. I mean, it's a track where he's in a car. I mean, last year, his first ever home race, it wasn't really too much of like a big deal for him as he was in a car that would be fighting at the back of the field. But this year, he's in a car that can fight for points. He has looked very impressive this year as Lucas Quintanilla. Lucas has really looked impressive. He has been one of the stars of the season, in my opinion. So I really wouldn't be surprised to see him deliver a good result. As now we're almost ready for the session to get underway. It stopped raining for the moment. The green light is on. The green light is on, and it has stopped raining for the moment, but we might immediately have some rain back in. Looking at the clouds, It is looking likely that we might have some more rain. But obviously everybody's just waiting to see, particularly the local hero, Lucas Quintanilla. But even he is staying in the garage at the moment, so... But the track is just a lake at the moment. Just waiting to see if we are going to see any action from Lucas Quintanilla or anyone in the early part of the session. It is absolutely sun wet, but whilst there's nothing to talk about, let's just talk the permutations for a minute, because as Alex Moore's retired at the... As Alex Moore's did DNF in the United States Grand Prix, and SC took maximum points, the permutations for Alex Moore's to win it this weekend are exactly the same as they were last time out in Austin. So basically, if Alex Moore's outscores Will SC by 3 points, then he is 2015 champion. Then again, oh, here we go. It's Lucas Quintanilla. And expect quite a cheer from the crowd. Lucas Quintanilla has broken the silence. Lucas Quintanilla has gone out on track in the DMAT engineering car. And listen to that. The reception that he's getting. He's just doing a bit of a burnout for the crowd as he heads into the Cedar de Largo. It is raining again. Of course, this must be really good for Lucas Quintanilla to be running with basically the whole track to himself. Running with basically the whole track to himself, and the crowd all watching him, cheering him on his way. Obviously, so much support for him this weekend here at his home track, and he is going to continue round to do a hot lap, which is very good to see. And he is actually going to go for it. Maybe he might do a long stint. Maybe he just wants to entertain the crowd with a long stint. So it took quite a few minutes before we're going to see Lucas Quintanilla out on the track in the DMAD Engineering. New sponsors sponsors have been rearranged on that DMAD Engineering car. Of course, the Brazilian sponsors wanted a little bit more exposure this weekend that Quintanilla brings to the team. They have been given a bit more exposure this weekend for this race, of course, with the with it being his home event. as Lucas Quincy did a 25.7. That's not a bad lap, to be honest, if you consider the conditions. Of course, this running today is likely to be completely irrelevant. All this running today is likely to be completely irrelevant. And we do have another car going out on track. Kerry-Ann Peace is going out on track in the wheelspin Lockie. So we've got two. So Lucas Quincy, they're continuing to pound round in the D-Man engineering. But it is starting to get a bit wetter out there. It's starting to get very wet out there. But some people maybe just wanted to get a bit of data on their car. Like, clearly, Kerry-Ann Peace is wanting to do that. Tom Farrow-Smith, both wheelspin Lockies are out on track. At the moment. It's getting more drivers actually joining the server. As Kerry-Ann Peace starts a lap. Yellow out there somewhere. Looks like it's gone in now because no one's stuck in the garage right now. Of course, all the cheering at the moment for Lucas Quintanilla, who's currently heading the timesheets at the moment. Even though he's the only driver who's actually set a time so far. Here at his home Grand Prix. But it's good to see Lucas with so much support. There's Kerry-Ann Peace to the 27.4. James Humphreys has gone out on the track. Seeing a lot more running than I thought that we would at the start of this session. Lucas Quintanilla continuing to pound round as Luke Julian goes out onto the circuit. Have a look at James Humphreys. Oh, Oh, what is the wheel spin Lockie trying hard to get past James Humphreys, clearly on warmer tyres. Oh, James Humphreys has spun it. He has lost it on the wet surface. He aquaplaned off there. So Will Buchan has just gone out onto the circuit here in the Brown Asso. None of the huge front runners yet. Obviously they all feel it's not necessary. But they're not actually going to gain anything by going out. I have a feeling even if one of the front runners do come out, because we are going to see Quinton near the top of the session, because it is a lot wetter than it was at the start. Here, let's have a look at Will Buchan. Can't even go flat out through there. Heading up to the Senna S. Really struggling for traction. Trying really hard to get the power down. Heading up to the Cedar Largo. Into Ferradura. I just cannot get any traction at all. It is really treacherous out there. Into Young Cow, obviously avoiding that inside curve. Really avoiding it there. And Buchan actually now does a 24/7. In this app, it's absolutely pouring still. It's got Coombs and Hawk now on the server, who they're all preparing. They're preparing to go out. Zach Sadiq's in the server as well. Luke Julian starting to improve. spray being kicked up in his face by Lucas Quintanilla's DMAD car. He improves. Matt Coombs and Zach Sadiq have now actually gone out on track. Zach Sadiq going out on track now. They're all having to do bite points there. Matt Coombs in a bit of traffic with the bite point, then he's going to really drop back behind them, which is going to benefit him. So Matt Coombs and Zach Sadiq have joined this party. So we at the moment have 8 cars on track. Lucas Quintanilla still pounding round in the DMAD engineering. "13 minutes left of FP1 to go. Of course, the exposure that he really has given his the Brazilian sponsors that are only sponsoring the team because of him. And into turn 1 goes Lucas Quintanilla. Now pounding through turn 3. Up the Retroposta. There is Zach Sadiq ahead. Chantel Hawk's now gone out on track. Of course, the reigning, but now we know, outgoing champion. Well, obviously she's staying in CRC, but it's already known that she is not going to defend her title. Because it's now only the 2 Yanata Rokas who can do it now, who are mathematically still in it. No sign of any Yanata Roka yet out on track. I wonder if one of the Yanata Rokas will go out on track during the course of this session. Will Buchan improve to 24-1. And Zach Sadiq's at 24-0. The track's actually improving now. And Coombs now does a 21-9. You didn't see how Chantel Hawk's doing on her lap. There's a dry line emerging. It is starting to dry up at the moment. As she now heads... I mean, that bit's now flat. Wonder what this lap time is going to be. It's a 20.5. So this really is an improving track. Lucas Quintanilla is finding time. He goes up to 3rd. In the DMAD engineering. They're all finding time out there. On this there's a dry line is emerging. We're starting to get more cars joining the server. Tom Farrow-Smith has gone up to 4th. Chantal Hawk's going to improve this lap further. A 119.0. You know, they've got some cars going out on track. Oh, Hawk having to really take avoiding action for the RTS. But it's starting to rain again. More cars are going out there, but it's raining again. Alex Moores is on the server. He might be going out on the track. We're getting a bit of a crowded track at the moment. More cars getting into the server. Could we have all the 30 on the server by the end of the session as Luke Julian gets past the DMAD. Sadiq's gone up to 3rd. Chantal Hawk's fastest. I suppose I think the session's going to end with her fastest. The full 28, all 28 cars are now on the server. I mean, it's not really surprising we're seeing a quite weird order. Oh, we've got an instant there on pit exit. Jack Baldwin coming to grief with, and very close, coming to grief with someone. It's a bit of a crowded track now as Alex Moores goes out on track. Maximum Tagala's is Will Essie's going out there now. Maximum Tagala's the only one who's not been out on track yet. Essie's in clear air. But this is not going to be anywhere close to being fastest for Yannick Roga. Hands around on a lap. 5 minutes left on the clock. Joshua Moore's had an incident somewhere. We came together with Kieran Hardy, his future teammate. No, it's got completely wiped out by Alex Moore. It's really treacherous out there. Everyone's out on track. Except Joshua Moores. Four minutes ago, it's impossible to push in these conditions. He heads now into the long left hand. Alex Moores goes 9th. This is going to be interesting to see. Obviously, this is completely irrelevant because, of course, with the rain, so all the times are irrelevant. Still not as wet as it was earlier in the session. Where is this going to put Wesley? He goes up to 8th. Interesting, he is ahead of Alex, but Alex has got a little bit of traffic. Here's Toby Jones. Only 20 seconds faster. Obviously, these are not very relevant times, considering. And Alex Moores drafts past Will Buchan. A minute left on the clock here at Interlagos. Kieran Hardy trying to improve. It's really raining now. Into Young Cow. Just look at Kieran Hardy just struggling for grip. The wheel constantly swapping ends on him. Through the final corner he goes across the line. No one's improving at all. Alex Moores and Will Buchan batting out for track position. But it looks like Chantal Hawke is going to end the session on top. It's Hawke who looks like she is going to end the session fastest in the Dork racing car, ahead of Will Buchan and Matt Coombs. Wesley 8th. That's all because of the weather. He's only that that he's that far down. Lucas Quintanilla, the home hero, ends up 9th. But tomorrow, we should expect to see a much more relevant session. We should expect to see a much more relevant session tomorrow. As it's Chantal Hawk who ends up fastest in the Speedtech Dork. Not in the Speedtech Dork, the Dork racing car. Got mistaken with the car that I was viewing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow for hopefully what's going to be a much more relevant practice 2. See you then.